Hi everyone. Today we are going to take a look at how we can add Power Automate flows in our Power Apps code apps. In this video, we are going to take a very simple example where I will build a Power Apps code apps to have the input controls like email, subject, and a message. So whatever inputs we give here, I have created one Power Automate flow as well with Power Apps as a trigger, and I have taken some inputs. And those inputs I'm going to pass to send an email action, and then we are going to receive an email. So very straightforward thing, nothing complex here. So before diving into this, let's take a look at documentation. Currently this is in preview, and here are some prerequisites that you must have. The first thing, must have the Power Apps Code App project. Then it is important thing, the Power Apps package that you have must have the version 1.1.1 or later. So where you can check this, you go to your code file. In the package.json, you will see a dependency section. In that, we have Microsoft Power Apps. So if your version is lower than this one, then you might have to install the new one. So how you can do it? That's really simple. So whatever package we have, so just have to write that package name, and after that, so just ignore this one, okay? So after that, you have to write 1.1.1. Okay. So in that way, you will install that specific version of the package. If you want the latest version, you can write the latest at the end. After that, here are some list of commands available. There are some limitations as well that we are going to take a look at the end. So one of the important thing is these commands you will see here not available under package CLI, only NPX through you can access. Okay. So I have already created my Power Apps Code App project here. So you see there is a HTML input and one button to send an email and some CSS that I applied. So let's take a look at how we can add the Power Automate flows. The first thing, we have to list all available flows because we will need a ID of that flow, what we are going to add it. The thing here is you cannot add all the flows. The only flows that are supported whose trigger is as a Power Apps and manually created. Automated flows, scheduled flow are not available. So that's the thing. The second thing is the flow that you have created must not be a standalone flow. So what I mean by standalone flow, there are two ways, right? So we can create a flow directly in the Power Automate portal, or you can create inside solutions. So the flow that you are going to add, that is basically a part of a solution. If there is any flow that you have created that's not a part of a solution, it will not display in the list of the flows. So here is the command npx power apps list flows. So when I enter this one, so I will get all the Power Automate flows whose trigger is Power Apps, and those are part of any solution. Okay. So these are all the flows. As you can see, the name, status, and the flow ID. The flow ID is something that we are going to need. So this is my Power Automate flow. Flow ID, we can capture it from here. So this is my flow. Now, if I want to add this flow, what I will do, there is a command for this. If you go in the documentation, we have to write this command, and whatever the flow ID is, I will capture this ID and put it here. So when I enter this, it says flow added successfully. After this thing, there are lots of changes going to happen in the code. So the first thing, just like when we add a data source, there are some files generated, right? So same goes with the Power Automate flow as well. In the generated folder, you will see the service of that one. So send email is the name of my Power Automate flow. Then in the model as well, it has this. So currently, you notice this is nothing but the manual flow triggered inputs. So if I take you back to my Power Automate flow, you see there is only one input here, right? And if I hover over it, The internal name of this is text1. Okay. So the same thing is going to display here. Then the third thing is in the power config.json, we have that power automate flow schema added. So you see the ID, the display name of it, and the data source. Okay. And this is the workflow detail. So this is our flow ID, then display name of it. Okay. So we don't have to change anything manually. Once you hit that command, once it is succeed, you will see all this file auto generated. Now, how I can use that one? So simple thing, you have to go to the service. So here you can see. So this service function we have. So in the app.tsx, I have already written a code that will handle send. So nothing but when I click on that button, it will send the email. So I will just include that one, then dot run, just like we do in Power Apps. And the next thing you have to specify the parameters. You see, so if I don't specify any parameter, it will give you an error. So if I hover over this, let me just check if I need first I need to import this one. You see, expected one arguments but called 0. Okay, so it knows there are some parameters required. So in curly brackets, the first parameter I have to add is text1. That is nothing but my email ID. Okay, so for that one, I have used this state called to subject and body. Okay, currently I have used only email ID and I will save this. I will start my development server. So in the flow currently only email is dynamic, subject and body is static because I wanted to show you how and what happen if we update the flow and what things we are going to do to get the latest changes in the code apps. So I'll copy this URL. I'll hit this one. I'll put my name. So no matter what subject and message I put here, it's static. So once I click on send, it said email sent successfully. So how we know whether this sent successfully or not in the code apps? So when we run this function, we have the response and there is a parameter called success. So if it is true, that means the flow runs successfully. And I also got an email. So this email I got. So this is the sample body and this is the sample subject. And this is my Outlook email ID where I received that email. Okay. That means the flow is working. We can even go to Power Automate, run history, and here we can check the flow run 45 seconds ago. Okay. Now the next thing is what happen if we modify this Power Automate flow where we can say we can add some parameter, remove something, added multiple action. Okay. So in that case, we have to run that command again in the code apps to get the latest changes from the flow. So what I will do, I will just add two more input controls here for the subject and the body. I have added two more controls, the one for subject and one for email body, and I have changed the static test to a dynamic one. Okay, so you have to save this flow. Now don't expect these changes you will get automatically in the code app. No, even if you see here, it is not giving me any error, although the two parameters are required, right? Because our code app doesn't know what changes we have did. So again, going back to the command, and we again have to add this flow. Okay. Now once we add this, we will get an error because there are two parameters that we have not included. So let me hit that command. You see, it says flow added successfully, and now it is giving us an error. So what it says, you see, there are some parameters missing, text and text2. So these are nothing but the subject and the body. Okay. So here I will put subject and here I will put body. Okay. After that, you just have to save this one. I will run my npm run dev again. Now I will put some body like this text I will put. Once I send this, so what I'm expecting that this email should be there in my email. So I got this email where we have this subject and we have this email body and it is sent to my email ID. Okay. You can have the multiple emails also by using semicolon. Okay. So first email ID, then you put semicolon, then you can enter the next email ID. Okay. This is how you can get the latest changes you did in that flow. And now the last thing is how we can remove the flow if that Power Automate flow is no longer required in your code apps. So removing this manually won't help because we don't know how many places that this one is referred. Okay. So the best thing is you already have the command for this. If you scroll down, this command. So same command as the add flow, the only word you have to change is remove. I will keep this open and I will keep this file open as well. So you will see what changes we are going to do. So do you want to remove the flow? Yes. Flow data source name. So that is nothing but the display name of your flow. You see, I have removed and I no longer see that in the service also. I don't have that files and in the model also that flow schema is not there, right? So this is the way that we can integrate the Power Automate. Now you can read this article in detail. I will put the link in the description. So what happens if you click on add flow that I already mentioned? The first three files are generated. So under service, models, and the schema, right? So you can read this in detail if you want to get more information. The important thing here is to understand its limitations. So currently only manual flows that are supported, only those whose trigger is Power Apps. Solution aware flows only. So as you can see here, this command show only flow that belongs to a solution. Okay. And if you have created a Power Automate flow already and it is not a part of solution, so it's a really easy. Just go to any solutions, just like this one, and you can add that flow from here, right? So the way we usually work with the solutions, right? So this is nothing but the solution aware flows. So that flow must be part of a solution. Then after that, some access related things are here, data was permission things, right? So what these things is nothing but whatever the connection that you are using in that flow, right? So you must have access to it. This is important thing. These commands are not available in the pack code. So basically it is nothing but the pack CLI, right? But whatever the Power Automate flows commands we have saw here, those are only available under the npm. Okay. So thanks for watching this video. If you are having any question, any doubt, just let me know in comments. Thank you.